unless you won that in your life. Because it takes two to tango. Huh? Okay, so you alone can't go on this journey. Remember that without Shakti, there is no Shiva. But without Shiva, Shakti is incomplete. I can move, okay, as a man, I can move your energy a lot faster than you can move your energy within you. But I need you to move my energy when your energy is moving. There's a big difference. That's why even Shiva, Vishnu, and Brahma, they all worship their wives. They worship the yoni of their wives. Remember this. Even the great saint Ramakrishna worships his wife, but she was very receptive to him. She supported him in that process. So if you want your partner to be with you, you got to be supportive of him. But you got to smile. Teresa, do I have to remind all of you all the time again and again? The minute I don't say a word, you go in the morning. No. Give me, I know your face, okay? It's not that I don't know your face. Okay, anyone has any questions?
Yes, one quick question, Babaji. Let me bring my camera up. Sorry about that. It's probably a simple one, and it could be fundamental, but I'll ask it. I've been getting a lot, when I've been doing the mantras as much as I have lately, I've been getting a lot of shivers up and down the spine, the same shivers that I experienced doing Mula Bandha in pranayama. So, and it's been great. With Kali, it's been like one after another. And I've only felt that once in my life. And that was during pranayama when I first started. So I just had a question about that.
Yeah, but the question is this. You also wrote that you had backache.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, number one, you may not have drank enough water. Okay? When the energy moves, it burns. It dries your skin. It dries everything. If you don't drink enough water, you're in trouble. Okay. Or the other, you've not done Ganesh mantra enough and properly before you went on to Kali.
Got it.
So there's blocks in your spine that her mantra pushes, and then you feel the pain. So there's only two ways you can get backache doing mantras. Yeah. One is not enough water. Two is Ganesh has been ignored.
Makes perfect sense. Yeah, astrologically, my moon is a little on the weak side, so it's water. You know, I have water-based.
Then you must also learn to do moon mantra. Again, it is available on my YouTube. Okay, so you learn to do moon mantra. You learn to drink water, and you learn to do Ganesh mantra. Pleasure. Anybody else with any questions?
I have a question, Babaji. Vanakkam, everybody.
Vanakkam.
Thank you all for having me again on this format. So my question is, one, I want to say thank you as well. I am just sitting in a seat of gratitude. I have been on a healing journey to heal my skin for a minute. I had decided a couple years ago that I wanted to be done with eczema. You know, I had that condition all of my life, and I wanted to be done with it. And I began to take like black seed oil and these things. And what ended up happening is it ended up getting worse, because I had also decided that everything that I held inside when as a, intuitive healer, all of, I had absorbed a lot of things into my body. So I had decided that as well, that I wanted to heal my gut and remove all of those things that I was holding inside of my body. So what happened is all of it came out on my skin. So initially it got all worse. And I'll have to be honest that I'm still building up in the mantra practice. And, a lot of things, my body has just been rejecting all kinds of foods and environments. And, people talk certain ways, it affects my skin. But since I've begun the mantras, I knew that as I continued my work, that my healing was going to come from within me. It wasn't going to come from an ointment that I put on or that I cultivated within myself. It was going to come from someplace inside me, and that it was going to heal. And since I started the mantras, what I began to notice is my skin has begun clearing, and those toughest, roughest areas that they were on my body. So I'm looking forward to making those investments into mentorship and things like that. I'm just building up my resources, continuing doing the mantra so I can open myself so that the resources come in so that I can make those investments, because I am seeing the effects. And so I honor you, and I just want to say thank you so much.
Pleasure.
And
Rule number 1, okay? You have to smile. You got to feel happy. You got to mind your own business. Rule number 1, mind your own business. Because your emotion is one of the biggest obstacle in your skin problem, eczema. Eczema is related a lot of time is restlessness, emotion, fear. Fear can bring out terrible eczema. Okay? And having anxiety can pop up eczema everywhere. Depending on where your problem is, which part of your body.
Right.
So I mean, like when there are people who have been sexually abused, you find that the eczema is in the spine, the lower part of the body. When there is a problem in the stomach, the one is slightly higher part of, related to the navel, back of the spine. And then when you fear, depending on whether it's a male or female of your part, your feminine or your masculine, is feeling that fear. Then you find your hands start. If it's a male, then your male side starts getting eczema. If it's feminine, your feminine side have more eczema. So it's all to do with emotion. So when you do mantras, what happens is it builds up your inner strength. So you're slowly, gradually building your inner strength. Then you find the eczema is also clearing. But if you can learn to mind your own business, which you don't seem to do, you get caught in all the rubbish that happens around you. You mind everybody, what people say. I mean, people like to call you all sorts of things. People call me a lot of things. My brothers, my sisters think I'm mad. They call me once in a way to see whether I'm alive. You understand? So people will do everything because they don't understand you. They don't understand themselves. How can they understand you when they don't understand themselves? Like you don't understand yourself. And you're trying to understand what other people say to you and don't say to you. You understand? So rule number 1, learn to mind your own business. And you find your eczema will improve a bit better. With mantras, a lot better. Because basically then you're going and building up your inner strength. You're going and connecting to your spirit. And that spirit gives you that power. The spirit allows you to become free from eczema. Okay? But whatever it is, yes, because the first word you said, first or second or third, you said about what people say around you. Okay? So you learn to mind your own business. You are the God of you're the child of the divine, okay, of the universe. How can a child of the universe get affected by normal, ordinary people? Okay, you're the child of the divine. How can you get affected by people? Unless you've forgotten that you're a child of the divine, then you get caught by everybody else's dramas. Otherwise, you don't get caught. You just be loving as you always are, and you find that if they want to destroy themselves, it's their business, not your business. If they point a finger at you, remember that 4 more is pointing back at 3 is pointing back at them. 1 is pointing back to the top, to heaven. You know, when you look at someone pointing at you, there's always that 1 finger towards you, 1 towards going up the thumb, and 3 back onto themselves. Otherwise, they can't point at you. They don't normally point with the whole palm pointing at you, okay? They always use that 1 finger. So remember that they are pointing back at themselves, which means, idiot, what you're feeling, she's only a mirror to your stupidity. Okay, that means you're the mirror to their stupidity. Number 2, heaven is laughing at them and saying, hey, stupid, don't you know that you're actually talking about yourself, but using the other person as your mirror? So when you know that people are doing that because they screwed up within themselves, so if they can bully you, they think they're okay. They're not okay. Okay, so learn to mind your own business. Remember that you're the child of the universe. Trust that and believe in it. You have to believe in it to the core of your being. If you don't believe in it, they will knock you over. Okay? Mario.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
My question is, you know, sometimes on occasion we have family members that we need to support. Would it be safe to say that doing a mantra for somebody else would allow that Shakti to enter their life? That's a good question I have.
I don't believe that if someone is sick, you can eat the medicine for them. Okay? You can protect them to a point. But if they want to jump off that bridge, you know, which is behind you on the screen, into the river, nobody can do anything. Don't try to save the world. Save yourself first. When you're safe, then you can think about saving the world. Because remember that only you can eat the medicine if you're sick. This thing that everybody says, send me $2,300 and we would do a Agni for you. Okay, it does do a small amount of shifting. That is if that person doing the Agni is very powerful. 1. Number 2, if you are connected to that person who is doing the Agni for you, the channel between you and the other person has to be open. Like some of my students, my channel is always open to them. They feel me present in what they do, in workshops or whatever. They feel my presence. Not because I'm a saint or I'm someone special. It's just that their spirit is connected to my spirit. So they automatically have me in their life. And I do appear when they collectively call me. Then yes, only a small essence of it. Because rule number 1, I have no right to interfere in somebody else's life. They have to fulfill their own karma.
That's true.
I can be there to assist them, but I can't interfere. So I'm not here to heal someone. I'm here to show the path. And the person has to want to do it. And when they're doing it, yes, my assistance will be felt. If the spirit is connected to my spirit. But if they don't do anything about it, I cannot, there won't be my assistance there. Because the spirits are not connected at that time. Okay?
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just try to first become strong in your own.
Will do.
You need a lot of work to be done, so do the work first. Okay, anybody else with any questions? Jennifer, you understand everything? I like the one. She shakes her head. Oh, unmute yourself and talk about it.
Yes.
Yeah, why did
I'm
you
just
shake your
taking
head?
it all in. Yeah, I mean, just the main thing I'm taking away is to smile more.
Hmm?
I said the main thing I'm taking away is to smile more. Just pay more attention to my energy.
Okay. You better learn properly what Asha is going to be teaching you, so that next time when you're talking to me, you have a voice to say something. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Anyone with any questions?
Greetings, Manakam.
Greetings and
Yes, greetings, everyone. Greetings, Shri Param. Greetings, sisters. I just wanted to say thank you for today. And I also want to say that last week, I think I realized, because I kind of didn't understand when you said, oh, the mantras are like breathing. Like, I didn't have an experience like in Mari at first. Like, I was like, is it like breathing? And then the other day I realized like sometimes I'm very distracted. So then when I release myself from those distractions, I realize like, oh, I'm like very anxious right now. But either sometimes I'm trying to do something like eat food or talk to a friend. So I'm ignoring myself. So I've stopped doing a lot of those things to distract myself and realizing when I need the mantra. So I want to say thank you. And I really wanted to ask if PayPal is still a good method to send you donations for Saturday.
yeah.
Okay, yes. So that's all I have for right now. So thank you. Aja, I didn't see your email for the offering. So next time, I know everyone's going to have a great, beautiful experience. So, yeah.
Pleasure. Anybody else? Okay. Asha, you have anything to say before we finish?
Just thanking you as well too, as always, and so grateful for you and all that you are and all that you share so selflessly. And thank you, Ananda, for presencing that that we can always offer donations to Babaji. I usually put it in the chat at the end, and Babaji's like, so you don't need to put it in the chat because people don't donate anyway. So I used to put it in every time. So thank you for asking for that. And the only last piece I wanted to share was that someone I think is unmuted. I think someone's unmuted. I don't know who that is.
Janine.
Oh, Janine, you're unmuted. But yeah, just the power of the emotion today and the smile, as she said, as Jennifer said, taking away the remembrance to smile, and how it's so simple but so extremely powerful, and how the mantras help balance our emotions. And then we do become more emotionally intelligent, and we are able to recognize that our emotions and the effects that they have on their body. And then we are able to then employ the practices to transform those negative emotions into prana, into a positive life force, and really alter our reality and on a cellular level. So I'm so grateful to you, Babaji, and all that you share, and just wanted to offer pranams to you and to everyone